It was former President Duterte all along. I mean, the one who ordered the transfer of 47.6 billion pesos from the DOH to the PSDBM for COVID-19 supplies in 2020, which the Commission on Audit had later called out. Former DOH Secretary Francisco Duque III revealed this to lawmakers at a House hearing this afternoon. Marian Enriquez has that story.
Former Health Secretary Francisco Duque III faced today's House budget hearing for the DOH. Part of discussions centered on the DOH's transfer of 47.6 billion pesos to the Budget Department's Procurement Service office back in 2020. Lawmakers questioned why the transaction did not have a memorandum of agreement between the two agencies. Duque said apart from an executive and administrative order, the budget transfer was green-lighted by then President Rodrigo Duterte.
Ito ay inauthorized ni former President Duterte, tama?
In his public pronouncements, the transfer was done because of the public health emergency which he declared sometime in March. Ito po kasing decision na ito based on the recommendation of the IATF, NTF. I would like to reiterate that it is within my authority to effect the transfer because of the public health emergency where there were no enough CSEs, PPEs, and other COVID pandemic supplies.
Representatives also questioned the move to classify PPEs or personal protective equipment as commonly used supplies.
It's true that we had asked the GPPB if they could consider as common use supplies and equipment the list of life-saving COVID-19 CSEs and other materials. So it was the PSDBM, or not the PSDBM, but the GPPB that eventually granted our request that
and
this
that is in writing,
Yeah,
Secretary?
I think it is in writing. I will look into this, Madam Chair. I think this
could you
is
kindly submit
in
that
writing.
letter to the
And
committee?
Yes, Madam Chairperson.
This did not convince Solicitor General Maynardo Guevara.
Ang one legal question dyan ay makaklasify mo ba na commonly used items, yung mga gamit na yan to combat the pandemic, COVID-19. Can they be classified as commonly used items na po pwede mong ipasa sa PSDBM? So that's a very critical question. However, you can also argue that we are dealing with a pandemic. Probably the DOH felt that itong mga PPEs, yung mga test kits can be classified already as commonly used items in the context of a pandemic. So probably yun ang magiging legal issue if at all that it will be questioned before a court of law.
The House committee hearing now opens up Duque to further scrutiny after the Office of the Ombudsman filed graft charges against him and former Budget Undersecretary Christopher Lau last month for the said transfer of funds and procurement. The former health chief is currently appealing the graft charges. The Committee on Appropriations, meanwhile, will continue its hearing on June 13. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.